Hey everyone, thanks for checking in this week. Hope you had a happy holidays. With this cold weather, ice conditions continue to improve and we got a lot of great reports coming in from the staff. So stay tuned, they'll keep you up to date on what the bite is like and what conditions are like in your area. Excitement is building for Season 3, and if you haven't yet, make sure to check out our Episode 1 vlog, a little sneak peek and a preview for Episode 3 before it airs Sunday at 10:30 on Fox Sports North and Fox Sports Wisconsin. So don't forget to tune in or set your DVR. With that, I'll send it over to the staff.
Hey everybody, Taylor Mellentine here with Fish Addictions TV, giving you a Devil's Lake ice fishing report. We're dealing with a lot of really cold temps right now, and we built a lot of good ice. We're right in that 10 to 12 inch ice range. We still have some of those transition areas where the ice is a little bit shallower, right in that 4 to 5 inch range. Took a long time for the main bay to lock up this season. Kind of a weird freeze up, but still just be cautious. There's a lot of ATV and a lot of snowmobile and UTV traffic right now, but not a lot of truck traffic going on, and I wouldn't advise it. Stay away from some of those spots like the bridges, the culverts, obviously. Those are just, need to know spots that you just need to stay away from. It's not safe at all. So what we did do is we went out, we did a little bit of spearing. We saw quite a few fish in that 28 to about 35 inch range, with some of those fish being in the 34 to 35 inch range. We actually ended up spearing a 37 inch. Really good day, saw a lot of good fish, kept us real busy. What we were looking for is those transition areas off of road beds where it comes down to the ditch. A lot of times you can find really good clarity in the ditch, and that's what you're really looking for when you're dealing with Devil's Lake. You got a lot of really dirty water. So look for spots with timber, roads, lots of structure. Lots of places where you're going to see a lot more fish is those places where they're trying to find that bait fish, trying to find those freshwater shrimp right off the weed lines, right off the tree lines, old sunken roads, sunken shorelines. So if you're coming up to Devil's Lake and you're looking to do a little bit of spearing, look for those areas. With that being said, the walleye and the perch fishing has gone real well on most of the eastern parts of the lake. A lot of good numbers coming in. You got to sort through some of the smaller ones as of right now, but that's really looking to heat up, and we're getting some cold temperatures, and the guy's going to be able to venture off into some of those spots and find more fish. As the ice builds, we're only going to be able to get more mobile, and as of right now, it's kind of just a little bit weary as to where a guy can get to right now. So if you're looking to come to Devil's Lake, check in with Fish Addictions TV for these up-to-date reports.
Hey guys, this is Nancy Kemp with Fish Addictions TV, giving you a little fishing report from southern Otter Tail County. We came out today on a local lake that we fished for a while. With the cold front that moved in, the fish aren't cooperating as much as they used to, but when it's as cold as it has been the last couple of days, you can kind of understand why. We got into smaller northerns. I have a cousin visiting from Arizona. He's having a blast out here catching the smaller northerns. We're really limited where we're fishing right now because the lake had open water on it 2 weeks ago. So we asked some of our friends that live on this lake and asked them about the ice conditions before we came out here. And they told us where those spots were on the lake. So we know that we can't take our ATVs over there. Not even going to walk over there and test the waters and see what's going on over there. We're just going to stay in our spots right here where we know we have a good solid 10 inches of ice. So I really can't stress enough, before you go on a lake, make sure you're checking the local ice conditions. Make sure you're checking with your people on the lake, or maybe go to your local bait shops and check with them before you start hitting the ice. Even though the temperatures have gotten a lot colder, there's still a lot of ice out there that is not safe. So I hope you all had a great holiday season and good luck fishing.
Hey guys, Ryan Whelan here with a Minocqua area ice fishing report. Biggest question most guys are asking is ice conditions. They're definitely getting better. This week between the holidays has been brutally cold, highs -10 or lower actually. So the ice is getting a lot thicker. Today we're sitting on 7 to 8 inches here. We've drilled as much as 16 today, so that's the biggest key. It's really inconsistent. Just because you hit that 15-16 inch mark, don't assume you can take your truck out. Drill all your way out if you're gonna do that. As far as ATV snowmobile travel, it's great right now. Most of the slush is hardened up. We're hitting slush in a few spots, but this cold has really helped improve the deep snow and the slush. So things are much better on that front. Just be smart if you're going out. Drill your way out. If no one's taking that path, don't assume it's safe. As far as the bite goes, walleye guys have been doing okay with tip ups and stuff. Jigging's been good too. Fishing deep structure, deep weed edges. Panfish is what we've been targeting most of the week, even though the conditions haven't been the best for it. Crappie bite's been tough, really inconsistent, but it's starting to pick up. You're finding them where you expect to find them midwinter. Those type of patterns are already going into effect because it's been so cold. So, deepest parts of the lake, deep basins, 6-8 feet off the bottom is where we've been finding them. And then deep cribs. If you have cribs marked in the 20 to 30 foot range, they've really been sitting in those things really well. Bluegill wise, that's been our main species to target this week. It's been tough. The conditions are not really conducive to hole hopping, so that's been difficult. The fish have sort of been, roaming a lot. You see them on camera, they're just filtering in and out. On lakes where you have good weed edges still, 10 to 12 feet weed edges, that's been really good. And then, on the other lakes where we've been finding our biggest and most consistent kills is deep rocks. So if you have those spots you've waypointed from the boat in the spring or summer, that's where you want to hit 14 to 20 foot, big boulders. It makes it tough to fish with the flashers because you got to get, drill a bunch of holes, get away from the biggest rocks so you can actually see clear to the bottom. But if you wait it out, the conditions are getting better. It's still not super warm. It's, -6 for a high today, but it's been stable cold. So the fish are getting a little more active. Once we have a little warm up here, it's not going to break anytime soon, but once we get a little warm up, the fishing should really pick up. Stay tuned for more fishing reports as the season rolls on.
Hi everyone, I'm Chris from Southwest Minnesota, and I've got a fishing report. Headed out to a couple lakes this weekend, found anywhere from 8 to 13 inches of ice. The big cold front that came through kind of slowed things down a little bit. We did manage to scratch out a couple walleyes. The big tactic there was dead stick, tip up, bare hook and a minnow. Anything with flash or rattle, the walleyes just weren't having it. So the next day we set out after some panfish and did find a school off of a break in about 14 to 17 feet of water. We managed to find some nice bluegills and crappies. They were finicky at first. We did downsize a lot and go with a real small tungsten tipped with a real small plastic or a waxy. Towards the end of the day, when you're using super light gear and you have that big red mark come flying up off the bottom and latch on, you just hold on for the ride. Turns out to be a nice largemouth bass, one of the few that I've caught through the ice. That's all I've got for this week. Stay tuned and good luck fishing.
For more information on Fish Addictions TV, check them out on all their social media.